Hello again, friends, and welcome to today's segment here on Doc G's Wine and Spirits Review. I don't know about you, but in this part of the country, the heat is kicking up. I expected to be outside today, but the weather forecast didn't cooperate, and we have some thunderstorms rolling through the area. So I figured I'd take a little time out and take a break from the pool and give you a nice end of June and the start of summer wine cocktail. So it's the best of both worlds. And the name of this is the Kalimotxo. Now you might be saying, no, wait a minute, Doc G, you did a spot on a Kalimotxo, and that is true. I looked through my files, and back in last August, I sat outside, it was a beautiful day, and introduced you to the Kalimotxo. The official one is made with a red wine. And to recap the history, I don't want to go into all of that again, but you can go back and on my YouTube channel and find it. I don't know if it's still available on Facebook. And the Kalimotxo was invented in Spain. The rumor has it, the story is that there was going to be this big Basque wine festival, and they found out that the wine had gone bad, so they decided to pour Diet Coke, or just regular Coke, you can use either one, in with the wine that was supposedly going to go bad, and the drink has ever since become a success and a very popular beverage in Spain. As it turns out, there is also a white Kalimotxo, and that's what I'm going to present to you today. So let's talk about the ingredients here. You notice I have on the table, I've got a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc and a bottle of Albarino. The main recipe calls for white wine, usually an Albarino or a Sauvignon Blanc. I have tested this one only with an Albarino, and I'm going to test it today with the Sauvignon Blanc. That's why I have the 2 glasses to recommend for you what I think would be the best. You can use a Diet Coke, Sprite, not Diet, just 7-Up, Sprite, and a lemon lime soda. You can use the diet version. That's what we always do to keep the calories down. But I also learned that you can use Fresca, and Fresca is considered a very great alternative to mix into this wine cocktail. It's what I actually use when I make my own palomas here at home with tequila. So having said that, you only need ice, which we have here, a little bit of lemon for garnish, which I'm going to set aside there. Let's load up our glasses with plenty of ice because you do want this cold. So there's the first one. And you do want lots of ice. The second one, there we go. We're all even now with the ice. So, and you can use whatever kind of glass you want. You just have to have room for the ingredients. So the first thing you do is you add 3 ounces of your wine. I'm going to put the lemon in a while. That's going to be our garnish to add a little extra juice. 3 ounces of the Fresca. And you can proportionally, if you want to have a double, just do 6 and 6. That's a big drink. Put that in there. It needs a gentle stir. I didn't bring a spoon, so I'm just going to gently stir it with my fingers there. Give it a little swirl in the glass. And we're going to try it. That's it. That's a white Kalimotxo. Perfect for the summer. Perfect for sitting by the pool. Perfect for sitting on your patio. Perfect for doing anything in warm weather because it's nice and cold. Now, let's try the one with Albarino to see if that makes a difference. And you can use any Albarino. The Albarino that I have here happens to be one from Uruguay. Had it before, it's very good. We pour that in there. It's going to taste different because the wine is different than the Sauvignon Blanc. And the Sauvignon Blanc that I featured for you today is one of my favorites. It's Honig Sauvignon Blanc from Napa Valley. I don't get many from Napa Valley, but you can get that one at Total Wine. PA does not carry that. Every once in a while you might see it. So we do the same thing here. A little swirl, it doesn't need much stir, it kind of mixes on its own. Different nose. That one's a little fuller. This one's a little lighter. And you got your extra Fresca. I'm just going to top off each drink. So we've got that out of the way. Now, what we did in researching this drink, when I say we, my wife and I, we found that there is a way to kick this drink up a notch. And we were out at dinner the other night and we went to a local bar, and I noticed on the shelf a tall version of this bottle of a liqueur called Farigul. And I asked what it was, and they let us taste it, and it is herbal thyme liqueur. I don't know what you think of thyme, but I love it on chicken. I love it in a lot of food. It's actually infused in too many of the gins that I drink, but it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. This does not. So what we did to experiment with this, and I didn't add it yet, but I'm going to add it and tell you that what it does to this drink is absolutely amazing. Now, it might be hard for you to find thyme-based liqueur, but if you can't, don't worry about it. This is still a very good drink. But for a bonus here today, we're going to take an ounce. We tried a half an ounce and it didn't seem to really do much. Nice golden color. It smells like crushed thyme in a glass. It's not really sweet. Put it in there, it gives it a little bit more color. Let it infuse in there. Makes it fuller, makes it more citrusy. The thyme doesn't get lost, but it blends in and it totally infuses and makes the drink a whole new level. So let's try with the Albarino. We didn't know if we were going to like this, and we actually, as you can see by the bottle, we had some friends over. It's almost gone. You can actually sip it, but we chose to use it as a cocktail enhancer. Now what they recommend, and which I didn't do, because it's actually raining out right now, you can take a fresh thyme sprig, crush it up, and throw it in the glass, and voila, it is such a fantastic drink. So there you have it, gang. It's called the White Kalimotxo. I promise to post the Facebook and the YouTube segment out there on my Facebook page. Remember to like it, and I will post some information about this wonderful liqueur Farigul, and I will also post a little bit of background and information on the Kalimoxto Blanco, or otherwise known as the White Kalimotxo. So until then, my friends, stay cool. It's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow somewhere, and I know it's going to be in my backyard, and I'm going to hope to have one of these right by my side. So until we meet again, cheers.